Oh my gosh, come on in, fellow pop culture aficionado.
Or our moms.
Hi, moms. And join us on the couples couch. We saved you a seat.
We're Tanner and KB Cunningham, a married couple who dish out hilarious banter and spark interesting conversation.
From the wild world of reality TV and the furthest reaches of the internet, we're here to unpack it all. So grab a snack, settle in, and let's explore the fascinating intersectional world of pop culture. Hi, good morning from the couples couch.
Good morning and welcome back to the couples couch. How are you, beautiful?
I'm so good. Happy Tuesday.
Happy Tuesday.
Tuesday.
Norbit.
It's been a long weekend.
It has. It has been a long weekend. The last time we spoke with you was on Thursday. So we have a lot to talk about.
Did we even speak to them on Thursday?
I think so. Did we not?
I cannot remember.
I think so. I could be wrong, but it's been a minute.
It's been a minute. We've been out. We've been doing all the things. You want to give them a little recap?
Yeah.
Okay.
Of what we've been up to. So yesterday, hopefully everyone had a great Memorial Day weekend and got to celebrate in some way. Mm-hmm. We got to go to some friend's house yesterday and it was really nice.
It was so nice. And it was just like, yeah, it was kind. It was fun. The weather was amazing.
Beautiful.
The food was delicious. Yeah. It was just a good time. It was so nice to like be out and about.
And speaking of the food, KB and I tried something for the first time.
Oh
We're
gosh,
like some
everybody.
Kentucky country people for this. But we've never had caviar. Like, okay, that's kind of true and kind of not true.
For me, it's very true.
I've had caviar
I've had
on
tuna.
Sushi. Okay, sure. That's like kind of in the same family, I guess.
I was just bringing the Kentucky to it.
Yeah.
I'm like, I have had tuna salad a lot. And I love it.
Oh my gosh, that's funny. But no, I've had it on like sushi and things, but it's usually like those little orange ones, and I think those are kind of fake caviar.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Have you seen them?
Yeah, it's like fake boba tea or something. It's
Literally,
just like
I'm like,
bubble.
it's just like a
we
little.
don't know what's in it.
Yeah, no clue. But I don't think it's really caviar. It might be. But anyways, they had like the real deal Lucille caviar. It was like the black one, and then they had creme fraiche and potato chips to eat with it.
I understood why people eat it on their baked potatoes. I was like, okay, Kathy Hilton, sign me up.
No,
like,
literally, I was like,
you
why
are
do we not?
making me live.
Yeah, it was so good. It was just like salty, and I enjoyed it. And I had 2 chips. I would have another.
No, I would definitely have another. It was so good. Thank you, Jesse's birthday.
Thank you, Jesse. So glad you were born that day, so I could try caviar.
No, literally. Yeah, so we've been hanging out with friends. We've been enjoying outside. We've been confronting the haters.
Yeah.
I will share more about that later. I'm not ready to yet.
Yeah, it's a story for a different day.
Yeah.
I like that.
There was like some hard pieces of the weekend, but we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, for sure. What else, love?
Goodness. Well, you went to the eye doctor.
Yeah, should we give them an update? I'm living my life a little bit differently now that I know that I have an actual medical condition, you guys. I have something called blepharitis.
Which is like... makes so much sense.
It really does. But whenever he initially told me this, I was so excited because I was like, oh my God, I'm literally an influencer now. I'm going to get a bleph. Like all the influencers are getting blephs. Like it's my turn. It's my time. I don't need one.
You have so much eye real estate.
No, I have so much eye space. I don't need a bleph, but I was just like, hell yeah, I'm an influencer. It's all happening. I'm getting a bleph.
It's all happening. We're getting blephs.
And then
and brand deals.
He quickly crushed my dreams.
And he was like, yeah.
He was like, no, that's not what that is. He was like, it's just like you have overactive oil glands, basically, is
in your eyes.
In my eyes, which I do on my face too, and I have to go and get them electrodesiccated out. So it all really does clock. I'm just an oily man.
He's oily, everybody.
Mm-hmm. Hopefully that'll help me stay young, because they say like if you have oily skin, like it doesn't tend to wrinkle as much, and
it doesn't age as poorly.
Fingers crossed. That's
I'm
like the
always
only
coated in stuff because I'm always dry.
That's the only bright spot to this. So it was indeed a sty on my eye is what he did confirm, but he also confirmed that I have blepharitis. And so I'm on a sick regimen of not steroids. What are they?
It's like antibiotics.
Thank you.
Doxycycline or something.
Yeah. So I'm on a sick regimen of those and having
a very strict regimen as well.
Yeah. I have like an eye routine I have to do for 5 minutes 3 times a day with hot water. The water needs to be 105 degrees to actually get rid of the sty. And if this doesn't work, which I'm not so sure that it will, but we're hopeful. I have to see like a plastic surgeon to get it cut out, kind of.
Yeah, it's like an ophthalmology plastic surgeon kind of guy.
Yeah. So
yeah, Tanner might be having his eyes sliced and diced. Or this regimen will work. We're hoping the regimen works.
Yeah, truly. That is the goal. So we'll do 3 weeks of this and then we'll see.
We'll see what's happening. We'll see what's cooking.
Yeah.
So What else has been happening? I haven't given them the rhyme of the day yet.
Ooh, we have to.
Oh, I'm sorry, everyone. 4
Led them
minutes
astray
in.
without the rhyme of the day.
That's the rhyme of the day. We led you astray without the rhyme of the day.
You get 2 rhymes today.
Now you're getting 2. Look at us. Okay, so these people cannot stop fighting, and her secret marriage has the people prying.
Ooh.
All that sit down to clickbait culture stories with the Couples Couch. Hi, good morning, and we're
Hi,
back.
good morning. We're back. You know, a lot did kind of happen while we were gone as well. Like the whole Canne Film Festival was cooking.
No, I look at Canne and I'm just like, yeah, Cane's.
No, same. I'm like, where's the chicken? And the fact that Cane's hasn't sponsored Canne, kind of a missed opportunity.
No, it's such a missed opportunity. Like, could you imagine? But like, it's in France, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, they're not eating fried chicken.
They should.
They should eat fried chicken.
They should have it on the carpet.
No, literally fried chicken across the carpet, and the dresses just leave with
Even if Canne sent like a representative to be there at Canne, that would be hysterical.
No, literally like a vocal spokes. They should send Paige DeSorbo.
Yeah, but she has to have chicken fingers with her, though. I have to say, like, there has to be chicken fingers on deck, and she's like, "Hey, come talk to me. I have a chicken finger for you."
No, literally.
I would be over there in 10 seconds.
I
Now,
know,
if it was
I'm like,
Zaxby's, I'd be over there in 2. But
I know,
Cane's,
like getting in the van, like,
yeah, literally, take me away.
I know. I'm like, oh, you have chicken fingers and sauce? Gotta go.
Obsessed.
But we actually, people always argue with us about this, and I think it's because that we have the opposite, and that like we always want Zaxby's because Zaxby's has sauce and
we
flavor
don't have one
and
here.
covers. And like they have, you can get mild sauce, you can get honey mustard, you can get whatever sauce, you can get garlic parmesan, like you can get everything. And people are like, Cane's is so much better, and I'm like, Cane's, you can only get Cane sauce, which is just Zax sauce, which
Literally
is just
Zaxby sauce.
I know. I'm like, it's the same thing, everybody. People always want what they can't have, and they don't know how good that habit till
That's so
it's
true.
gone.
And that's like a life lesson that's always really been relevant to me because as a kid, like all the old women would tell me, I just love your hair so much. And I'm like, I hate it. They're like, well, you always want what you can't have.
No, literally, older people, when I was a kid, people were mean to me about my hair. Like, because obviously I have red hair, and people are like,
No
Ginger don't have toes. Why don't you have blonde hair? You don't look like them. Why is your hair poofy? Do you own a straightener? Like, literally things that people would say.
Yeah.
But the old people would be like, about old people, I mean like anybody like 30 and up.
Anybody with their fully formed brain.
They were like, your hair is amazing. I love it. Has that always been your color? Yada, yada, yada.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's why I've always been drawn to older people. They were nicer to me.
That's true. The old people were always kinder.
Yeah, they get it. So, yeah, Cane's Film Festival. They had lots of
they had a lot of fights
fights
break out over the weekend. So I was looking at the Daily Mail, and there were a couple that I saw that were of note. The first one being Kylie Jenner's ex, Travis Scott, and Tyga get into a fight at Cane's. Now, for what?
For what?
Literally, for what?
Like, literally for what? Like, I just don't get it. Like, what we've seen a lot that's come out of this, like, film festival, and, like, we do see it every year, but I feel like it just gets bigger and bigger, and the media coverage also, like, gets, like, more in tune, is that, like, it's so much about, like, fashion, art, film,
Yeah, it all
music.
collides.
No, it's literally, it's like a culture, like, a center of culture, a cultural center. I don't know.
I love, yeah.
Either one. But, like, why are we having to fight? Why are the boys fighting?
Literally, why are the boys fighting?
No, they like there was like a little bit of a beef to it, like that I won't get into, but like seriously, like just there's no need for like the violence. There's no need for it. It's silly. It's so silly. Hopefully the beef is already squashed.
I hope so, but it seems as though something's in the water because another fight also broke out. The lady who was the security or whatever at the red carpet with Kelly Rowland, who got into a spat with her.
She was horrible.
She was horrible to Kelly, but she also got into another spat with some other celebrity. So I'm like, okay, gosh. I think she is potentially the problem now. I know a lot of people came out and were like, Kelly Rowland should not have had her finger in her face. You don't know what that lady said to her.
You don't know what people did to Kelly, first of all. And
literally.
People always like, I will say like the security guard, like versus like Kelly, and just like looks alone. Like people, of course, demeaned Kelly first.
Ridiculous.
Because she's a black woman.
Yes.
Like,
exactly.
and this security guard is white. Like, I'm just going to say what I said. And then like people are like a little bit more okay with it because this, like, when it happens again, but it says actress Maciel Tavares. I'm sorry if I said your name wrong.
Love you. Don't know you,
but
like,
you looked amazing.
Yeah, I loved your Jesus dress. It was cool.
Like, and people were, she was mean to you also. I'm just like, stop. Don't put your hands on me. Like, we are not friends.
Canne we can't hire this lady again. Like, this is your red herring. This is your twice in a row. Like, it can't happen again. Goodbye.
Yeah, I'm like, don't let people put their hands on people.
No.
Like, that's the first rule of school is like, don't put your hands on people. And like, Hollywood is just one big school. So come on.
So high school every time. Yeah, literally. No, I agree. I think she seems to be the problem, but I don't know.
Yeah.
So yeah, something in the water it can, but I think it's over with. So hopefully next year they can be a little more chill.
Can you be more chill?
Can you
and
be
we
more
call
chill?
canes?
Can you also call canes?
canes in
Call canes and be more chill. Can.
No, literally.
Thank you.
No need for any more can conniptions.
Literally.
Yeah. Another headline was Millie Bobbie Brown secretly marries fiance Jake Bon Jovi.
Right, and his
John
dad is
Bon
John
Jovi.
Bon Jovi. His dad is John Bon Jovi.
No, literally, is it?
No, literally. He was at the wedding. He is his dad.
Oh, I was just being like, I was literally being like stupid. I didn't know that like that was that.
No, you were spot on.
Literally, it's the patterns and recognition in the brain, y'all. The patterns and recognitions, they're patterning this morning.
She caught them.
Yeah, the headline is Millie Bobbie Brown and Jake Bon Jovi are married. Stranger Things star 20 and model 22 secretly tied the knot in the wedding ceremony last week with John Bon Jovi in attendance.
Lord, I hope so. It's his dad.
No, literally.
Thoughts?
Thoughts? My thoughts are always like, gosh, I hope you all are so in love and we wish you well.
Okay, my thoughts, initial
But
gut
my
reaction.
actual thoughts,
Yeah.
like, baby, you're only 20 years old.
Thank you.
You're so young. You have so much to live for.
Yeah.
And so does he. You're only 22 years old. What are you doing? Your brains aren't fully formed. Are you okay? Are you okay?
No. And like, I know that they live very different lives than we grew up living, right? Like, she was a child actress. His dad is a mega superstar. Like,
Yeah, but we grew up
So
in the
their
Bible
brains-
Belt and that, like, we're told to get married at 18.
no,
So,
this would clock for us. Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm just saying, like, I think that they're like more advanced than we were. Like, I feel at this age of 485
yeah.
that I'm not actually 485.
No, basically, though.
Yeah, but that's how I feel. Like, I already feel like so mature, but maybe they already feel that way because they've had so much life experiences. But still, yes, my initial gut reaction, way too young. No, way too young. 20
Yeah.
years old, you're a baby.
Yeah, you're a baby. And yeah, they're going to have like a full like nuptial and like everything out like in the public like next year sometime, I think, or later on this year. But like they did like their secret marriage right now.
Now I'm
But I do love, well, okay, I do love like a private romance.
Yeah.
And I love like keeping things like, even if it is out in the public, like keeping things close to you. And that's the reason I'm like, I do wish you well. Like,
so maybe they are really in love.
yeah, like we don't know. Like, you know,
Yeah.
we're just like speculators. So I wish you well. I love like the privacy of this, but like also like it's okay if you want to tap out. Like
Yeah.
just like tap your hands 3 times if you like don't want to like go through with this. Like all you have to do is like blink.
Oh, that was kind of crazy.
Right.
of
Because
me.
like I think they could still be together and like not want to, like it's just you're so young to have such a huge commitment in life.
Yeah.
But you know what?
What?
There's always divorce.
That's true. There is always a way out. So that's good to note. But yeah, way too young. But I do kind of love that they had a secret engagement and they're going to, or not a secret engagement, but a secret wedding, and they're going to have a actual nuptials to follow later. So maybe they didn't even get married. And in this year, they'll decide like, hey, this was a great idea, or hey, this was a really poor decision. Maybe we
Yeah.
shouldn't continue down this path.
Yeah, they could be like super in love.
They could be
And
trying it out.
You know, you never know. So like we wish you well, but also girl, like it's okay.
Yeah. Millie Bobbie Brown, if you're listening, we love you.
There's just so much life to live, you know?
But,
Like
like,
that's always what I
You're-
think.
You're a bit young.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's a bit young.
Oh yeah, they're both young. You're right.
Like
you're
he's
right.
definitely young. 22.
22 is a man. Dumb.
No, literally. She's probably like 35 in her head.
No, I
and
know.
like, yeah, and he's like 22.
Hopefully not, but yeah, probably so. Another exciting piece of information that I saw over the weekend.
Tell me more.
Sophia Ritchie gives birth to a baby girl named Eloise Samantha Grange. Now, if you don't know, Samantha is Elliot's late mother's first name, I believe. So it was like a tribute to his late mother.
That's beautiful. And I did wonder where Samantha came from because Eloise obviously makes sense to me. Like Elliot, his name is Elliot, Eloise. Like, and it, like also it's very fitting for them. Like Eloise, I think about Eloise at the Plaza. Like she's one rich bitch. And you know what?
Yeah.
So is this child.
Literally.
I'm like, okay, Eloise, go tear up the Plaza, sister girl. You're going to have so much fun.
Do what you want, because literally the world is your oyster.
The world is your oyster. And you know what? I thought they were young too, getting married 25 and 30, but also like,
That's still more acceptable acceptable than 20 and 22. And
no, so much more. She has her brain formed.
Mm-hmm.
And she did. She's also, these people have grown up so fast, and there's like a whole nother element of celebrity that like we don't understand or see, but I think that's really cool. And like, congratulations.
Now, there's a lot of stuff talking about his dad, so I'm kind of worried for them, but congrats.
Yeah, they're gonna need to like figure that out and separate themselves. But there is so much like money and power there. Like we'll see.
Well, isn't he involved in the business as well? So I'm like, he's got to be involved in some capacity. I don't know.
Yeah.
Allegedly, I don't know, but we'll see. It's all unfolding. Yeah.
It was a beautiful little baby girl. Happy birthday. Happy birthday, Eloise.
Happy birthday, Eloise.
Happy year 0. You know when you're like launching something and you're like, oh, we're in year 0.
Yeah.
No, literally, that's what I feel like. I'm like, hi, I'm in year 0. Like that, like that's your baby.
Too?
What'd you say?
Is our pod technically in year 0? No, because we've already launched.
Yeah, our year 0 was like in
pre-pod.
our heads.
Okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
pre-0. Yeah, like so the baby's like in year 0. Like she's about to turn 1, but like she's getting everything together. Or it was pregnancy year 0. I don't know.
I don't know.
Like who cares? Anyways. Nicki Minaj is seen for the first time since her drug arrest in Amsterdam.
Did you see this?
I had no idea Nicki Minaj was even arrested. I'm shook.
The TikToks
Leave Nicki alone. Nicki needs to be back on Bravo asking outlandish questions there she goes too hard and shouldn't. I'd rather have her there than like jail. Oh my God.
Yeah, so this was actually really interesting because to me, it didn't make a whole lot of sense because weed is legal in Amerstdam. What happened was she was arrested after they found in her luggage some pre-rolls, which her security guard took full ownership for. Mm-hmm. And Nicki, a true like media maven that she is, was like live streaming the whole encounter the whole time.
I'm reading. I'm just like,
she had the police on blast. Loved. I was like, yes, protect yourself, girl. Like we don't know what they're gonna do. Like you're a celebrity. Like I need to know what's happening.
Well, also like you're a black woman in Amsterdam. Like
also that.
Like
and you're arrested for weed where it's legal. Like. Question mark?
That's so confusing. And Nicki kind of has always been like a live stream like queen, I will say. Like Nicki has gone live multiple times, like talking about people, talking about the industry, talking about all kinds of stuff. And so like I don't know
her not to do that, really.
I don't know her not to do that. So like this is just like spot on for Nicki Minaj. I'm glad she did it.
No, it really clocks for her. And it was really not the highlight of my weekend because it was a really horrible thing for her. But like for her to just like expose these people for their nonsense. Like what she ended up saying was she thought that they were trying to keep her from her concert, which I could kind of see because they literally did.
No, she like canceled last minute her Pink Friday 2 tour with fans already inside the stadium. Like that sucks. And she looks so cute in her pink Fendi puffer. I mean, cute. She looked amazing.
Well, and if it wasn't even in her luggage, it was her security guards who already claimed it. Why are you keeping this woman in cuffs? Like let her out and let her go perform and do her due diligence. I mean, her job, not her due diligence, but you know, like she needs to do what she was meant to do.
No, that she let her do what she came here to do.
Yeah.
Like it's Nicki Minaj. Like
literally.
She's an icon.
Yeah. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me, but seems like I'm sure all the charges will probably be dropped. I can't imagine them like.
Yeah, I can't imagine them either. And she was like back on tour. Like she's good to go.
Yeah.
Because she held a bizarre moment of silence for her dear friend, Princess Diana, during the Birmingham concert. Following her drug arrest in Amsterdam.
Did
her dear friend.
Know Princess Diana?
I don't think so, but maybe she just feels like
connected to her.
Connected, yeah. You know, you're just like connected.
I mean, she did have that song with the other lady, Princess Diana.
Princess Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Ice Spice.
Thank
I was
you.
like, I'm getting there. I was like, I just need to say it.
But I can't think of her name. Yeah,
I need to say it. If I say it, it'll come out. Yeah, she did. I think she feels very connected with Princess Di.
Okay.
It's interesting.
You know, I do too because I once had a Beanie Baby teddy bear of Princess Diana. So
the purple one? I still have it. That TY is in a heart case, okay? That TY is in a
glass box. Yes, same. It was, yep.
Yeah, no, mine wasn't in the glass box. It
was
not
like glass, but plastic.
Yeah, like clear. It had like a little thing. Yeah, I remember my grandma giving it to me. She's like, these are going to be worth so much money one day.
Same.
If you haven't listened to, there's a podcast called, damn it. I think it's written by Simone Palazzo, and it's just like things that happened before, and like it's about like the Beanie Baby craze. And
the
it's
Beanie
like,
Baby boom, yeah.
Yeah, like go look it up on Spotify, like you'll figure it out.
I've seen a documentary about it. Yeah, it's so interesting.
It's so good. The Beanie Baby documentaries.
So Nicki, we also understand your connection to Princess Di because as Princess Di, bear bears. What would that be right? I don't know, but yeah, because we had her bears.
Yeah, we also we love her.
We love her.
Well, and maybe she was just like holding it too. Maybe she's in solidarity with like. Meghan and Harry.
She's
you know?
against the palace, you think?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, we should take a poll of celebrities. Like, whose side are you on? The palace
Which side
or
are
Meghan
you
and Harry?
on? Oh,
I feel like
which
most of
side
them
are
kind
you
of rub
on?
elbows more with Meghan and Harry, so I feel like it would be an unfair advantage towards them, but maybe not.
That's okay. Like it would be an it's been an unfair advantage towards Meghan and Harry, specifically
In London,
Meghan.
right?
The whole time she like has been connected with these people. So
No, you're right.
I'm
you're right.
like
Let her win.
yeah, I'm like just a little bit of equity.
I agree. Let her win. Let her win. Something else that people are absolutely writing about on TikTok besides this Nicki Minaj thing.
Yeah.
Northwest cast in Lion King. So, if you didn't know, over the weekend there was a 30th anniversary for The Lion King, and they performed at the Hollywood Bowl.
Oh, okay. So I didn't know where this was like taking place.
Yes, it took place at the Hollywood Bowl. There were many delightful performers, such as one of my faves, Jennifer Hudson, Queen,
Oh, yeah.
literal Queen, and some others that I didn't necessarily know. But what I read was they initially were trying to highlight unknown voices in like the casting of like young Simba.
Yeah.
And young Nola, however you say her
Nala.
name. Nala, thank you. And
We just love Nola.
we do. And that indeed did not happen when Northwest showed up on stage in not a Lion King costume.
Yeah, it's like it's super layered. So like when I first saw this picture of North, I was
Yeah.
like, what is she wearing? Like this isn't the Lion King costume.
But you
Because
loved it.
have you seen it?
I loved it, yeah.
Have you seen the Lion King?
Yes, I've seen it on Broadway at TPAC in Nashville. I went with my
same.
cousins.
Okay, yeah, we probably went like the same year. Like
Probably.
it just happened for me. Like it came up in my memories like a couple weeks ago.
Same, so we probably
Yeah, we
did.
went. We saw
like
like
8
the
years
same,
ago.
We
Yep.
saw the cast. Like I was
Literally.
like finishing college. Like I think
Literally.
I remember like this is no shade. I just like I was so tired. I remember like falling asleep at certain parts and like making myself stay awake and like
No,
staring at people
that-
and I like slap and pinch myself a lot because I was just
That actually happened to me at Matilda on Broadway in New York. We had been on a bus all night long, and then we got to New York and immediately saw that. I instantly fell asleep during
I
Matilda,
was like
so I
it
understand.
was such a nice nap.
It was a $300 nap of my life.
You know, literally, baby, this is the nap of my life.
Literally.
No, okay, but back to Northwest. She's facing a lot of criticism, and what I have to say about this is
What?
you can't help that you're born into nepotism.
Well, that you're thrust into it, really, with your parents being Kanye West and Kim Kardashian.
And I'll say Northie looks beautiful, and like her face, like she looks like okay, the costume whack.
Wackadoodle.
But
Wackadoodle.
Northie
fun.
looks so pretty, and she's like looks like such a little like young adult, and I wish like she's turning into a teenager, and I think it's like really sweet. Like so much of that is sweet, and I wish like that's what she was hearing. Like let's not slam North for this. Like let's slam
Right.
producers. Let's slam
Kim.
there's so many other people. Like let's slam the fact that like these kids don't have any opportunities, but like also like to rest. But also like what if this is
Who
what she
doesn't have
wants?
any opportunity to rest?
North
Why?
is always doing something. They always have their kids doing something, and it like kids that work that hard and that are always doing something, like even if they want the spotlight, like I'm just like I'm always concerned for children's boundaries on social media when people put
Yeah.
all these kids through brand deals, all
Yeah.
of that. Like it makes me go, did you ask your kid for
Like,
consent also?
yeah,
Because
right.
like you put on the internet what you want to put on the internet,
Right.
but like there's just I could go on a whole rant there. It's just like a problem for me.
No, I get that. So and I agree. Like, I think that there is no need for us to bash North. Like, she, yes, probably wanted the role, but like, she had no idea that she was like beating out others, like talented children for the part. Like, she probably didn't have any idea of the weight of that or like what that would look like to adults or to the media or to grown folks. And so, like, she shouldn't hear any of that backlash. I agree. It is a production problem. It's like, because what actually came out is producers came out and said, is what I read. A source very close to me, aka the Daily Mail, told me that that North, they told her like as long as she can carry a tune, she's got the part.
Wow. Okay.
Whereas they had these other children who've been practicing and performing their whole lives
No,
and dancing
literally.
on Broadway and like
Yeah. I mean, I think about like Renee Rapp when I think about this of like Renee Rapp was like a Broadway kid first.
Right.
Like she did like, you know, and she was
Right.
always in singing lessons and talent lessons and like always like going through that. And who's to say like North isn't?
right.
But like also like there are kids that like don't have that industry one up and it's like really hard because I mean, when I was a kid, that's like all I wanted to do was like be on Broadway to make it. Like such a theater kid. So like I could understand how it's like really discouraging for others, and that's also how the world works. And so it's like, it's such like it's so layered because like, yeah, like the production could do better. And sadly, this is how the world works. And sadly, like, even if you are better than them, like that's not always how it works.
It's not. You have to like make a way for yourself a lot of the times, and that's not fair, and it's not like equitable, but it's like a fact.
Yeah.
And so it's a good lesson to learn early, a horrible one. But yeah, I've been seeing all over TikToks like these really upset moms posting kids like their kids' auditions of Northwest, like clipped with Norse. And I'm like, okay, well, that's kind of mean.
Yeah. I'm like, we don't need to do that. Like, it also like, we don't need to do a comparison because this once again isn't about Northwest.
No.
This is about, why aren't you going after producers?
Yeah.
Like, we don't have to go after the children.
Right.
Like, if you're an upset parent, call production, call all those people, call your audition manager, call your manager, call all those people. We don't need to yell at kids. No. Now the outfit was whack. The outfit was
wiggity whack. Yes, I agree. I didn't like it.
Just like, I don't like how much like difference and set apart it is. Like, this is about the Lion King and it's 30-year run.
People were like in the actual costumes.
Yes.
So
like
it was confusing.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about it. Is like, I don't need you to stand out for this. Like, I need you to be part of an ensemble.
Yes.
That's my issue.
Yes.
Of it all over. Like, this is a tribute to the Lion King.
I know. 30 years of brilliance.
No, literally.
Rob Minkoff, we'll never forget you.
Thanks, Rob.
Crystal.
Oh, I actually saw Crystal on an interview with side tangent, like since we're like leaving the Lion King, and Rob Minkoff did like, write it or whatever. Or he didn't write, I don't know what the hell
he did something with like the Disney version, I think, like the animated version. I don't know what he did either, but yeah, he was involved.
Whatever. Yeah, Rob was involved, but Crystal was on saying that usually she was on Jeff Lewis' show. And he asked Crystal, he was like, so what was like the conversation about like you not getting a contract back? Like, what was that like for you? Do they usually just like call you?
Yeah.
And like, he was just like, basically give us the details. And so she was like, yeah, usually like the last 2 years, cause like she's done it for like 3 years. So this would be year 4. She was like, the last 3 years, it's just been like, they call me, they're like, oh, do you want to like rejoin? I say yes. And they're like, the contract is just there. Like, it's just like handed over to me. She was like, but this year, she was like, I've always had a lot of boundaries and people have talked about that. And like, it was like going back and forth of like, do I really want to do this? Do I not want to do this?
Right.
But Crystal said she did not say no to them, that she was let go, but it was a back and forth conversation of like, do I actually want to be on the show anymore? To me, it sounded like she was saying she's okay with being fired because like she was in talks, but like she was fired. Like that's what she said.
Well, what I felt like I heard whenever you said that was she was almost like production, and this has kind of been out in the stories as well. Like production was like, give us more, no more boundaries, or get the hell off our show. No,
because you're making hundreds of $1,000s a year to do this. And so like, how much is your story worth?
Right.
And if your story's not worth that to you, like for you to give them all of it, then you shouldn't be on the show.
Do you think that was part of it too then?
Absolutely. Because she said there were boundaries with her kids that like she wasn't willing to cross.
Oh, no, I don't disagree with that. I'm not having my children on the TV like that.
No, I don't either. Not. I agree with like what she said there. I just wonder if like more was going to end up like coming out and it would like affect her kids in turn.
Okay.
So like I think there's 2 ways to that, because I also agree with like not putting your kids on TV.
Yeah, I don't want to see your kids on TV, frankly.
No. And actually, New Jersey, I don't want to see your husbands either.
That's literally where I was about to go. So I'm so glad that we did this. We started New Jersey.
Yes.
We're 2 episodes in. And KB really hates all the men on there.
I literally am so tired of seeing these. One, they're ugly.
UGLY. They don't even have an alibi.
You don't have no alibi. You ugly.
Ugly.
No, literally. They're so ugly. Number 1.
First and foremost, hideous.
Second, I just don't need to see all of your drama. Like let the wives can handle it. Like I watch The Real Housewives, not The Real House Husbands.
Yes. No, I agree. I'm totally on your side with this, but I feel like this has kind of always been New Jersey's MO, is to give us, in quotations, the family. Like,
which I do understand that too, because it's a part of the culture, right?
Exactly.
Like it's the culture, but I don't like it. I don't like it when Potomac's women come. I don't like it when men come to the reunions.
Hate it.
Like I don't actually need that version of your life.
Yeah, we just don't even want you married to a man. I don't get, or we don't care if you're married to a man. We just don't want to see them on our TV, because like you said, it's The Real Housewives, not The Real House Husbands.
Yeah.
Now if they want to have a little podcast or a little sideshow about the house husbands, maybe look into that, Bravo.
The after show for all I care, to be like, how do you feel about this? Like, and just provide more context. But like, I don't care to see them on my screen, especially during the show, because they get like 15 minutes.
They do.
I need like a less than 3-minute clip from the husbands. Like when Salt Lake brought the husbands on a few episodes, like I think it was like last year, not this year, a few episodes into the season, and they like had like a reconciliation thing, and I was like, we don't care.
Yeah, it was weird. It was strange. We didn't need it, and we didn't ask for it.
I didn't ask for it. So like, yeah, the only man that I want to see on my housewife screen really is Andy Cohen.
Factual.
Yeah.
Factual. I'm like, is there any other man that I really ride for? No, I don't think so. Oh, well, speaking of men that I do kind of like on Bravo, Jason. So we have been watching The Valley.
Not Jason Couchy.
Or no,
Jason
I'm
and Janet.
Yeah. Jason I really like. He's a lawyer, and he treats his wife like a queen from what I can see, and that is king behavior. So
no, that's
kudos.
what I see. Actually, that's like my biggest problem with seeing all these husbands on screen is because they don't treat their wives like the women that they deserve to be.
No, they literally
Seth Marks is annoying, but he has done a great job of like,
I don't know. Seth kind of came off creepy to me the first couple times, but
oh,
I'll
no,
give him
I'm
a
saying
pass.
they've worked through a lot, but I feel like Seth has done a good job to like learn to love Meredith and to listen to Meredith.
Okay, sure. Yes, I agree with that.
Yeah. Like, I don't think he was there in the beginning, but I feel like this last season we've seen them. Like, I enjoyed seeing their little podcast together.
Yeah.
Only because, like, we got to see how they were talking out loud with it. And that's, like, reality to me. But, like, I don't need to see, like, all this other stuff.
Yeah. No. So we are also caught up on The Valley, and Jason, what they're doing right now is they're having a baby moon for Janet. Janet is very pregnant.
Oh, she's so pregnant. She's in Big Bear.
They're in Big Bear. It's beautiful. They have a beautiful house. What the Lolly? I can't even think of his name.
The Lollies, Jason, whatever. His name's not Jason Lolly.
No, it's not.
Jesse
Lolly. He was so drunk on the beach or wherever they were. He was like despicable. Absolutely horrible. He like assaulted someone on the beach, frankly. He hit someone, I think.
No, yeah. And then there's the other couple that we like the wife, but we don't like the husband. We're afraid for him.
Ugh,
her.
I can't stomach him. He's the actor, the voice actor. Every time I look at him,
like
I feel
Nia
queasy.
and
Nia, I love. We don't even know his name.
Nia and her 3 kids, we love.
Obsessed.
Her husband, I don't know. I just like it looks like it's layered and like there might like I don't know. It looks like I'm like, are you controlling her?
No,
I can't tell.
That's what it seems like. And like they always talk about the women wearing the pants. I'm like, you men are so weird and misogynistic. Like, we have no idea what your problem is, but we don't like it, except for Jason. So Janet gets really upset with Jason because she is in the kitchen fighting for her life.
Literally fighting for her life, making these men like lasagnas. Okay,
After
they're
they've
not
been
lasagnas
drunk all day.
But yeah, like Janet is like sober, number one, because she's pregnant,
Literally,
obviously. Okay.
obviously.
So she's having to listen to all this bullshit alone.
Mhm.
Like literally not being able to like
No, she's fighting for her life in the kitchen. She's sweating. She's cooking bacon. I don't actually know what she's cooking, but she's cooking something.
She's cooking them dinner and it's been a long day. And all these men, all they're doing is crying on the porch and fighting about how they're not men enough. And Janet was like, I'd like to cry.
Literally, Janet goes out and see these men in a circle jerk all crying, and she is fuming. She goes downstairs. She's like crying, screaming. Her sweet husband, Jason, comes in immediately, and he was like, oh my God, I messed up. I was like, yeah, I did.
Yeah, because they told something crazy to Janet, I think.
Oh, what did they say to Janet?
I don't remember. I just know they dismissed her in a way.
Oh, they did dismiss her, and that did not sit well with Jason.
First of all, Janet's not going to be dismissed.
That's on God.
8-month pregnant Janet is definitely not going to be dismissed.
Literally.
She's been in the cooking for you all day, in the kitchen for you, cooking all day, and the cooking for you.
And so Jason goes downstairs. He sees he's in the wrong and immediately apologizes, as he should, and like hugs her, and like it's very sweet, and that's why I love Jason.
Yeah, and he's like, I'll fix this. He's like, I got this handled. He's like, I know exactly where you're coming from. He didn't say, I'm sorry you're feeling this way.
Right.
He didn't say your emotions are too big. Somebody
Exactly.
told me that this week that I'm sorry for that you feel this way.
Yeah.
I'm sorry for your emotions, and I was just like,
I'm sorry you don't have any. I'm sorry you don't have any.
I'm sorry you're not funny.
Literally.
I'm sorry you don't like have a personality
Or emotions.
Yeah.
Or feelings.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I like Jason. That's all that really happened in the episode, I feel, right?
Yeah, I think that was all. We have another episode of that coming up, and then tonight we actually have VPR.
Oh my gosh. So
It's the series finale.
the
Freudian slip? Probably not.
Probably not, but it is the surprise that we've been waiting for. They have been teasing us the last 2 episodes. We're all going to sit down together
Keep talking.
and watch and see the potential demise of VPR. I don't know what's actually going to happen, but if you don't know, we do have our theories, and my theory is that they're going to say, guys, we're just going to end the show here.
That's Tanner's like favorite theory. That's probably not true, but
No, that's what I want to happen.
he's going to be like, and the show's over.
Like, can you imagine how gagged these people would be? And then they have to sit there for the next 45 minutes and discuss with each other.
No, literally, Lala can't. That's why her eyeballs were coming out of her head.
Yeah.
And she's like, you're affecting my business.
Paycheck. Yeah.
I'm like, girl, you have so many followers on Instagram. You can find something else to do.
Facts.
Like,
facts.
That is my thing with these people. You're like, you're affecting my livelihood. You're affecting this. I'm like, then go
do something else.
Pitch something.
Yeah.
Create something worth creating.
Right. Like, you already have a platform. You have people following you.
All
like,
you have to do now is create something worth creating.
Literally.
We have ideas for days. It's just finishing the platform.
Literally.
Like
once we have the base built, like, the ideas are just going to be free flowing. They already are. So I'm just like
literally
do something different.
And it's so fun because like we like get to do this together. But yeah, so I don't know. It'll be interesting to see what happens. I'm sorry, I'm like taking it back to where we came from.
No, you're fine.
And yeah, I think like people are also just like jealous of Ariana because I think Sheena said that she's going back to Broadway after her Love Island filming.
So no Vanderpump.
No Vanderpump for Ariana. They're already on a break. Like they have this year as a break, like for sure. Like they won't pick up filming for at least like 6 months.
Do you think that's what they're going to tell them? Like, hey, we're going to give you all a 6 months hiatus, see where you're at, and if it's no better, bye-bye? Or maybe they won't even say that. Maybe they'll just threaten them that behind the scenes. Like,
well, and I think they are also going to have to see like who's willing to come back.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what show do we have? Like, I'm wondering if that, like, I really would love to know the inner workings of how a contract works with like Vanderpump Rules and like how a contract works like VPR with Evolution Media. Like, you know, like I love the inner workings. It's like a clock, you know, I want to see like every piece of it work.
All the layers, yeah.
Like, I'm a freak like that. And so, freak of the week, me.
Maybe. What is your theory then? What do you think Andy's going to give the surprise? Because they do keep saying it's going to be a surprise.
Well, I think like the surprise was really more for them than for us. Like the surprise is like that they have to watch the like ending finale clip together and it's going to really hurt Ariana's feelings. Lala's going to become unhinged. Sandoval is going to say, I never acted Ariana. And that's that clip we're always getting. I've always loved you. And I'm like, you need to go to an acting class because baby, we can see.
Well, I didn't see a single tear fall.
No, I didn't see a single tear fall. And I can see you like thinking about your next move in your eyeballs. And like people shouldn't see what you're thinking like as an actor unless you're supposed to be thinking it.
Well, that's why he's just on VPR and not Broadway.
Right. No, literally. That's why he has Tom Sandoval's in the most extras because
he is the most extra.
The most extra, and all we get is B-roll. Yeah. So I don't know. I think that's like my cue for tonight. I'm excited to like cue it up. I want to make like a fun little dinner and have a little glass of something, I think, and just watch VPR together.
No, that will be so much fun.
Is there anything else that like we have super coming up? We did start a new documentary that's been like headlining on, like we saw it. I think Tanner saw it
on TikTok.
Yeah, I was like, it wasn't me, it was you.
Yeah, I've been seeing all my news mostly from TikTok, so that's kind of a scary thing, but it's a factual thing, and it's okay. But I saw this documentary about Michael Pellicano. He was
Anthony.
Thank you. Similar, but not the same. Anthony Pellicano,
My memory's so stupid because I have no idea his name. I just felt like Heather Gray when she's like, you called me.
Yeah, no, literally. KB was in a dead sleep and she woke up and was like, no.
Actually, no, I'm just looking at my emails.
No, I know. But Anthony Pellicano, he was a notorious fixer for Hollywood in like the 80s and 90s. He was heavily involved in a lot of celebrity cases. If you knew anything about the Chris Rock baby incident, of the 2000s, he had something to do with that. And so actually he was all the way through the 2000s, but anyways, he was a Hollywood fixer and he has a documentary on Hulu called Sin Eater.
Yeah.
And it's pretty good so far.
Yeah, it's been pretty good. I think it's been put on by the New York Times. So
exactly.
like,
thank you. Yeah.
You know, like what I like about that is like there's some journalism involved.
So even though I got it from TikTok, it's legit.
No, it's literally too legit to quit. Too legit to quit. Anyways, so yeah, New York Times is doing it. It's really cool to like hear multiple people's perspective, especially like we're hearing from like people that broke the stories at the time, and I think that is like just sick. Like I love to like hear like what were you thinking, what was your headspace, and like it just gives us a lot of background knowledge. And so yeah, it's on Hulu. Check it out.
Speaking of TikTok, something that I keep seeing on there is this sunscreen. Have you seen this?
The whipped cream sunscreen?
No, I'm trying to look it up because I'm going to name it because hopefully they'll send me some. But yeah,
no,
the whipped cream sunscreen, it's like all over TikTok. It's called Whipped actually, and it literally looks like a whipped cream can, and you put it on and it's like really thick at first, but it's supposed to make you like really moisturized, and it's like SPF 30, so would love to try.
And is this just giving people like their Varsity Blues dreams of like the whipped cream, like and cherry on their like boobs and stuff? Like, I don't know. Like,
I don't know.
When I first got the thing this morning, so I did get an ad for it this morning, and I haven't really got ads for it yet till we talked about it the other day because I was like, what are you talking about? Like, why are people doing that? And I like this lady was like immediately putting it on her chest, and I was like, okay, they're like just giving us that sex sells. Like, got it. Sexy sunscreen cream. Sunscreen cream dream.
Yeah.
I'm giving y'all so much content right now. I'm like, hi, do you want to try my new sexy sun cream? How would I say? Sun dream cream? Whatever.
Whatever.
Yeah, it's freaking weird.
It is. It's called Vacation Classic Whip Sunscreen SPF 30. It literally looks like a whipped cream can. I didn't even think about the sexual aspect of it until you said it.
Yeah.
But interesting.
I'm always wanting to know what people's motivation is.
No, that's such a good point. And like, you're right. That probably does have a lot to do with it. And it is satisfying to see that come out of the can. And
no, like, literally. And it also makes you think about like childhood and like
the ASMR, the noise. Like,
yeah. And also like did you used to go and steal like whipped cream out of like your grandma's fridge when she wasn't looking and go like squirt it in your mouth? Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like, I'm just like thinking about like, there's like so much level, like it's smart, but also like, this isn't like smart for packing. What I will say is like the design of it is not an easy packing thing.
No, oh, like you mean for travel?
Yeah.
Well, it has a lid.
I know, but it has a lid. But like, you just think about like it comes out of like a can, that long can. You're throwing it in. You're like, I already have my hairspray can.
But I almost have a rebuttal to that because whenever we go on beach vacations, the only thing that ever leaks usually is the sunscreen.
That's
and it's
fair.
Because it's the liquid stuff. Because this is more of a foam vibe, like I don't think it would leak.
Well, maybe we'll test it out.
Maybe it would solve our leaky sunscreen problem.
Maybe that's our pitch. Write it down.
Okay, you heard it here first.
No, literally.
All right, Shug. Well, should we wrap it up?
Let's wrap it up. Thank you so much for listening to the Couples Couch podcast, where we give you our clickbait culture stories, things about our life, and everything in between. You can find us anywhere that you listen to podcasts, whether that be Apple, Spotify, Amazon, Audible, and then some. If you're not following us on TikTok or Instagram, go and do that now. You really want to, and also it really helps us. Thank you. And if you haven't rated our show, go ahead and give that a 5-star rating. And if you have feedback, email me. I would love to read it, or just send it to me in a DM. All right. Thanks. Love you.
Bye.